We are here at the Chicago Auto Show. I'm super excited to share with you guys the updates and the new details on the all-new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek that was just released earlier today. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Alex. I like to share weekly videos all on Subaru related topics, and this is the very first time I've actually gone to an auto show. So usually I film with the cars that we have at our dealership. So this is something new for me, and I'm really excited to share all of this information with you. As some of you may already know, the 2021 Subaru Crosstrek released the 2.5 liter in the Sport and the Limited trim. Now this is a Sport trim. It's got the new color. I don't know how it's going to pick up on camera, but this is not the Cool Gray Khaki that we're used to seeing with Subaru. So it's not that blue gray. This is more of like a green gray, and I believe they call it Alpine Green. This is something that I really like. I almost think I might prefer it more than the Cool Gray Khaki that we're used to seeing. In 2022, the Subaru Crosstrek was our top seller, even among the very popular Outback and Forester, and because of that, it makes it even more difficult to pick up one of these cars. Subaru did announce today that they're moving half the lineup to the Lafayette, Indiana plant, so that's going to make it a lot easier for production and make it more efficient to hopefully be able to get more of these cars in the hands of people who really enjoy them. The base and the premium trim levels that have the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine are going to stay manufactured at the Japanese plant, while the Sport, as we see here, and the Limited with the 2.5 liter engine are going to be produced at that Indiana plant. The Sport features some new design characteristics that we haven't previously seen. For example, the cladding that we see on this has the vented wheel arches like on the WRX. We have a new wheel design. This looks a lot like the Legacy Sport wheel design. It might be the exact same in the dark black. And we have the Sport badge up here on the side of the door. Up front we have the LED headlights, the LED fog lights, and the yellow anodized accent pieces around those fog light bezels. And then much like many of our other modern Subarus, they are doing away with the straight grille lines and including this hexagonal design. The yellow anodized accent pieces are also carried around through the side on the side skirts of the Crosstrek Sport. This particular Crosstrek not only has 2 eyesight cameras, but it introduces a third. So this is to help create a wider field of view for better recognition for pedestrians and cyclists on the road. Up top, we have a newly designed roof rail system. So instead of having the rounded edges, these have very sharp edges, and going through to the back, this kind of raises up and drops off. When we hop in the inside, it's hard not to notice the large 11.6-inch touchscreen display. I'll talk about that more in just a moment, but let's take a look at this interior. Something that the Sport previously had when it was first introduced in 2021 is the gray StarTech synthetic interior. That synthetic interior is what I have on my Outback Onyx. I really love it. I'm not sure why Subaru switched up to the design here, but now they have this cloth interior. I like the side bolsters and the interior design, but it would be nice to see this still offered in the StarTech material. Also previously not available on the Crosstrek Sport, which is now available, is the power adjustable seats. So previously, if you got a Crosstrek Sport, you could not get the power adjustable seats. Now they've switched that up for 2024 and you have that option. Now let's talk about this massive 11.6-inch touchscreen display. This display was first introduced on the 2020 Outback and Legacy, and now we're seeing it slowly carried over to the newer generation Subaru models. I know that there are quite a few people who are upset about the physical climate controls being removed and then now living on the touchscreen display, but from personal experience, I'll tell you that it is not that difficult to use, and you have automatic climate controls that you can set up, and it will do the job for you to adjust the temperature to make it comfortable for you without you having to fool with this constantly while you're driving. We also now have the benefit of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wirelessly, so we no longer have to plug in down here to connect to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You still have your USB-A and now USB-C connectors, and on the Crosstrek, for the first time ever, now we can get a wireless charging pad just like this one. We no longer have the manual emergency brake and now have an electronic parking brake like we're seeing in some of our Subarus, and the 12-volt power is not buried inside the center console. It is now up here by your cup holders. Speaking of cup holders, Subaru also redesigned the layout of your cup holders. So instead of them being like this or like that, it is at an angle. So maybe that'll make it a little bit easier when you're holding your drinks. Around back, we have the same seat design for the passengers, and for those who have asked, the second row armrest does have 2 additional cup holders. Unfortunately, we don't have the rear vents for climate control, but you do have additional USB-A and USB-C charge ports. In the hatch, we have what appears to be the same size that we had previously, but a newly redesigned cargo cover with an easy-to-use handle built in. We also have a unique design new for the 2024 Crosstrek on the latch area, and a little Easter egg here. We've got a little Subaru Crosstrek built into the design. I know a lot of people are really wanting to see a Wilderness Edition Crosstrek. Unfortunately, Subaru has not released that yet, and we don't know if we are going to be getting it. But much like some of the previous models like the Outback and the Forester, they didn't release the Wilderness Edition during the beginning of the model year either. So maybe middle of the year, we'll hear something from Subaru. And for those who are wanting a turbo, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting a turbo either, but we do still have the 2.5 liter as an option with a little bit more torque than the previous generation. I'm really excited about what is being offered now for the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek, especially this new color. I really like it, and something you may be happy to know is that they are not changing the price from the 2023 model to the 2024. That is really surprising to see, considering most car manufacturers increase the prices on each of their models each year, even if it's just by a few $100s, but especially because they did a redesign for this year. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to click the like button. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.